forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey,
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Boss Life Online. And as I always say, this channel may not be for everyone, but it is for somebody. So I want to welcome in everybody, and I hope you get a lot out of this topic. And our topic is when dreaming is not enough, what do you do? So when I thought about this topic, I was like in my bed, okay, dreaming, thinking about what if. And then I thought to myself, nothing is going to happen if you don't get your butt up out the bed and make it happen. So that is how I came up with this topic. So I am going to remove some of these tabs that is on my screen so I can see things better. Okay, so I'm going to go to the chat to see who's all in here. And looks like I see Pandy's Hair Candy and more. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Pandy. I appreciate that you are here. Yes, girl, I was laying in the bed being lazy. And sometimes it's okay to be lazy because sometimes you get tired and sometimes you have to fill up your cup. But if you're sitting there dreaming and thinking something's going to happen because you done close your eyes and you just thinking about all the cash you going to have to go to Hawaii. And then I thought to myself, girl, are you crazy? You need to get up and get into some action and stop being too lazy. It's okay to just not do nothing for a day if you have planned for it. But dreaming is just not enough. You got to get up and do something. So, to make your dreams come true. So that is how I got to this topic. So I'm going to get started with the topic when dreaming about your dreams is not enough. What makes dreams come? What makes dreams become your reality? Okay. Back in the days, when I didn't have no therapy and I didn't know what to do, I just stayed kind of stuck, You see, I would think about them and think about what I wanted, but I didn't know how to get there. You see, I just got stuck in my dreams and what I wanted to do. And then I got stuck overthinking things. I got stuck in procrastination and in believing that the worst might happen if I thought I could make my dreams come true. See, that is where I was back in the day. That is where I was before I went to therapy, before I chose to live. You know what I'm saying? And before I just invited God back in my life, you see, I wasn't even thinking about, if they came true, boy. No, I was just thinking, I don't know if I can make them happen. Well, I'm going to start tomorrow. Well, I just see if tomorrow might be right. See, that's where I was. But today, after I chose to live, after I chose to want to be a better person, after I said, God, I can't do it. Will you help me? Please send me to the right people. If you just open up a little hole where I can see some light, where I can see some hope, I will do better. I will make it happen, and I will tell people how I got through. So that is what my platform is all about. On each and every one of my channels, I testify because it was no other human could do it for me in my state of mind. Okay? And that is one thing that has gotten me to where I am, and I am an excellent affiliate marketer. I know how to promote. I know how to bring that money in. You know what I'm saying? But I get lazy sometimes because I am a human being, or maybe lazy slash tired, or maybe tired slash lazy. However it goes, you got to still get up and do something. Okay? You plan for a day off. That means that you have done everything you gonna do before you get to that day. All right? Dreams can just sit there in your mind. Okay? You have to do something to make them happen. Now, today, guys, I need to share all that background with y'all to let y'all know where Geo came from. Okay? Things have changed a lot since then. I got help in making my dreams come true. I'm not stuck anymore. Today, I know that dreaming about my dreams is just not enough. This is added. I have to find ways and habits to keep my dream alive, ways and habits that I need to put into action that will make my dreams come true. You see, I realized that in order for my dreams to come true, I had to get off my butt and do something. Okay, I had to make a plan. I had to get some mentors. I couldn't just lay up in the bed and dream about my dream. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, it's nice to dream about them, but if you want them to happen, you got to get up and you got to get into action. So here are the steps that I use today to make sure that I'm not just dreaming, daydreaming about the dream. Okay, I'm using these steps to make my dreams come true, to make them my reality. And that's what you got to do, no matter how tired you are that day. Unless you, like I said, you have planned to take that day off and you don't want to do no work. I do it all the time. Okay, I work for like 6, 7 days. One day I'm off and that's it. I'm not doing a thing because I need to recover and recoup and fill up my cup to go back to do it again. Let me not do that. I will be off for 2 or 3 days unless I have promised someone I was going to help them. It's different situations. So before I get into what I have learned how to do to keep my dreams alive and not sit there and just daydream about it, I'm going to go to the chat to see who else has come in. Living my best life at 60 is in the chat. Deborah Garrett is in the chat. Thank y'all guys for coming in and listening to When Dreaming is Just Not Enough. I mean, what do you do? I'm just not getting to the part where I am going to talk about that. Okay, here are the steps. Step number 1, you get your day off to a great start by doing the most important thing. Now, I learned this from my mentor. You know, she told me that if we took care of the most important things of the day or things that I did not like to do first, right away in the morning, the rest of my day would be easier and lighter. And guess what, guys? She was so right. You see, because when that first and most important things are done, you don't have to worry about it. It won't weigh your day down. Ooh, I got to do this. I don't like doing this. Okay. You feel good about yourself and you can go ahead and finish up everything else that you need to get done. Okay, my next one is the next step that you should do that I practice. See, these are the steps that I practice. Just take responsibility for your actions and the process. Trust the process of your actions and understand that you or I cannot control the results of our action. Say, for instance, y'all know I'm an affiliate marketer, okay? And when I put out my solo ads, I put out my text ads, I put out my mailer ads, I put up my banners, everything for this particular program or whatever, or 2 or 3 programs that I'm advertising. All I can do is trust the process of my actions. I can't tell you or say, I want 30 people to click on my advertisements and join my business. That you can't let that get you down if that don't happen. We can't control how someone reacts to what we say or what we're advertising, especially if they say no to our dreams. You know what I'm saying? You just say, okay, then just say to yourself, next. Okay? Most of the time, when I advertise like that, I advertise 2 or 3 things. I make sure that I get it out there to thousands and thousands of people. Okay? So that I would at least get 1 or 2 people either buying something or joining my business, something. You know, you cannot say, okay, I sent it out to what, 12,000 people. I should get about 5 or 6, maybe up to 10 people. And sometimes you don't get nobody. You just have to learn to say next. Okay, because it makes it easier. When in the beginning, when I heard no, it stung a bit. When I first started this and people would say, no, I don't want to join your business, I don't have time and all of that. Yeah, it stung a bit. It made me feel bad. But today, because I have tools and I had a mentor that helped me, I know that if someone says no to my dreams or they don't, join my business because I advertise, that means there are going to be plenty of yeses. All I have to do is keep going. And don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. Okay? Just because someone said no to your dreams, you don't go and run and tuck your butt, your head, or anything. You just say, okay, thank you, next. And don't give up on your dreams 5 minutes before the miracle, because that is what most people do. They just give up. And that is not what they're supposed to do. Taking action becomes so much lighter, a lighter activity when you only have to take responsibility for doing what you are doing to make your dreams come true and letting go of what people might say. Because sometimes we might put up a video and here comes a family member talking about it. Like, ooh, why you put that up? Ain't nobody gonna understand that. This or that or that. You know what I'm saying? But yet still you got 60, 70, 190, 200 views on it. Okay, you cannot let what other people say get on your nerves. You have to believe in the process of trusting you. Okay, that's the only thing I can tell y'all from experience. It's going to help you make your dreams come true. Don't let other people get in your head and tell you what ain't going to happen and this and that and that. All you need to be responsible for is what you think and what you want to do. Okay? Don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. All right? Next up is step number 3. Don't feel like doing it. Start small. Hello, reigning woman. Thank you so much for coming in. Okay? We're talking about when dreaming is just not enough. What do you do? Okay? And before I go on to the next step, I need to go over to my comment section so that I can see when people come in. All right, now, next up is number 3. Don't feel like doing it. Well, you need to start small, because there are many times, I'm going to tell y'all right now, that I say to myself, I don't feel like doing a darn thing. I think I'm going to fix me something to eat it all up, gain all this weight, and then I'm going to lay in the bed and watch TV because I don't feel like doing nothing. And, but that's how I used to do. But today, when I say that to myself, I just kind of say, okay, Gio, why is it you don't feel like doing nothing? What's really going on? Is something on your mind? Do you need to call somebody and talk about it? You know what I'm saying? What do you need to do to get out of this? Because your money and your dreams ain't going to come true because you don't feel like doing it. You got to push through. You got to push through. You got to make it happen. Sometimes when we don't feel like doing something, you still got to get up and go do something. Unless you have planned to be off that day and you got everything going. But if you were looking for your dream to come true, when dreaming just not enough, then you got to learn how to push through. Okay? You have to learn how to push through. Okay? Getting the most important thing done first in your day and setting yourself up for an action-packed day sounds great in theory. It do, especially when you don't feel like doing nothing. Okay? But in reality, guess what, guys? We all have unmotivated days. Days when you feel emotionally low, okay? Or when you are confronted with having to do something that you don't want to do. That's just life. That's no reason to let that sink your day into inaction and feeling sorry for yourself. I have found that the best thing for these situations is to start small, okay? Start with something you like to do or the easiest thing on your list. This really helps me get in motion, and I usually continue to take an action for a while longer. So what I'm trying to say here is, just because you don't feel like it, if you have a list like I do, see, I have a list every day that I work on, and I look on that list. Okay, I don't feel like doing much today, but I know I need to do something if I want some money to come up in here. Okay? And I look on my list to see what's the easiest thing to do, and that's what I do. And after I get through doing that, seems like I'm a little bit more motivated to do something else on the list. I don't know how that works, but it works, okay? So remember, when you don't feel like doing a darn thing, just do something that's little on your list. And sometimes it will carry you all the way through. So let's see what people are saying. I still see Deborah Garrett is here, Pandy is here, Raining Woman. She said, you stay coming across my newsfeed, so are definitely consistent, and I appreciate as well as respect that. Thank you. Okay. Yes, consistency is definitely the key. Yes, it is, Pandy. It is. You have to get up. See, when dreaming is not enough, because I can sit there and dream all day. How I'm getting to Hawaii, which I am going. Me and my older sister, we're both going. I am going to make it happen. Okay. And I really want to go to Paris, but I'm not so sure I want to take that long old plane ride, because I'm up in my 60s and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So I changed the plan a bit and I said, let's just go to Hawaii, which is a less plane ride. Okay. But all through the times that I have been saving my money to do this and do that and do this, life just hits you left and right. It hits you left and right. And sometimes it makes you become unmotivated. Take it from somebody that don't mind telling the truth, because it does. It make you unmotivated. It make you say, forget it, and this and that. But see, I have tools, and I got people in my life that know me very well, and they'll call and say, "Oh, you ain't called about Hawaii in a couple of weeks." And and then sometimes I just have to cry it out. But today I'm back on it. I have made steps that all I got to do is pay a certain amount of fee, and me and my sister set for 2024. We're going to Hawaii. Yay, yay, yay. I did it, and I did not let all the things that threw me curves. Life will throw you curves to make you unmotivated, to make you not work on your dream. You have to learn how to push through. You have to set sometimes your dreams right there on the chair next to you while you work on this. And sometimes we don't even have control over what is happening in our lives. So you got to learn, if you are a believer, to go down on your knees and say, God, this is a job for you. I can't do it. And then after you realize it's a job for God, then you go and you pick up your dreams and you push through and you keep working on them. And while you pushing through and you keep working on your dreams, guess what? God done fixed what you could not. I have witnessed this so many times in my life. And I thank God that He broke me down and sent me to therapy, put some mentors in my life so I can learn how to use the tools that He has given me to help somebody else. And that is what I'm doing today, just being straight out honest on how I made it and how I keep making it. Okay? Because life will get you down. Life will get you down to where you don't want to make a dream come true. When you really want to make it true, but the life is saying you can't, because I'm going to throw this curveball. I'd be like, darn, why me? But I got to roll with the punches. Okay? I got to learn how to figure out what I can do and what I can't do and what's a job for God. Okay, I gotta learn how to put my dreams right here on the side of me, but don't let go of them. And then when whatever in my life, that curveball is fixed, then y'all, I pick up my dreams. When dreaming is not enough, I pick up my dreams and I start back to working on them. Okay, I start back to working on them. Where I left off at. That's what we got to learn to do. Okay. Number 4. Okay. When dreaming is not enough, don't hurt yourself. This is a powerful motivator for you and me to grow and to become, okay, a better person. If I don't do what I think deep down in my heart, and then I hurt myself and my self-esteem. What I do or do not do during my day sends powerful signals back to me about what kind of person I am. There is no escaping yourself. There is no escaping your thoughts, baby. And there is always a price to pay when you don't do what you think is the right thing to do. Okay? What happens when I be laying up in the bed and don't want to do nothing and don't try to turn my thoughts out? You know, my thoughts be telling me you wasn't gonna do it no way. You ain't gonna never get there. Okay, that's what happens to me. And I have to come back and say, you're a lie. You are a lie. Get out of my head, because I'm finna get up and go advertise. These are the tools I have learned in my life to do, and that I want to share them with you. Hey, realists, how are you? Thank you so much for coming, because your mind, your own mind can hurt you. Your self-confidence, your self-esteem, all of this can hurt you. So you be careful about, you can't turn off your mind, but you can put positive thoughts right behind those negative things. Okay. Number 5, a reminder for focus. If you don't remind yourself often about what you need to focus on and why you are doing it, then it is easy to let days slip away or to spend too much time on less important things. So, create a simple reminder on a piece of paper, on your refrigerator, on somewhere, in the bathroom mirror, somewhere. Because if you don't remind yourself of your dreams and that you need to work on them, you ain't gonna do it, because there is no reminder. Because sometimes, the negativity in your mind be talking about, girl, you can do that tomorrow. Oh, don't worry about that. We can't, like I said, we can't turn off the things in our head, but we can learn to put positive things behind it. Now, if you had up a note on your mirror in your bathroom saying, these are my dreams. I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to go to Hawaii like I do in my bathroom. Then you going to do something to get there. You going to do something to get there. Okay, so make sure that you are putting up reminders about your dream, and you are just not sitting there thinking, just dreaming about it. Because, like I say, dreaming about it ain't gonna get it. You got to get up and get into action. Stay accountable. The next step that I do is I stay accountable to the people in my life. Okay? And accountability buddy can help you stay on track and to help you keep taking action toward your dreams, even when the initial enthusiasm has become less. Now, child, let me tell you about that. I remember when I first started out as a home business owner. Child, I've been in a lot of home businesses, and I used to be woo, 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 woo when I first got into it, and then all of a sudden I wasn't. How many of y'all have experienced that? Oh, I'll work on that later. And when the person called that you got under is asking what can they do to help? Oh, I got this, or you got some kind of excuse or anything. So, but this is what I have learned and what I made myself do, because if I had not, I would not be home working for myself. I'd still be in corporate with them crazy people treating me crazy because the color of my skin. And I can't help it that I'm a black girl. I can't. This is my parents. I didn't choose. You know what I'm saying? So don't be getting mad at me because I'm a black girl. And yeah, I said it because it's true. And that is why I don't ever want to work in corporate again. Okay? Just wasn't fair. And accountability buddy can help me stay on track. Okay? And help me talk about the actions I need to make my dreams come true. Find someone who is doing what you're doing. They will understand you better. Keep each other accountable so that you take action and take steps toward building your dream. Okay? This is why I don't want to go. When I think about, oh, I might have to go get a job, you know how that flow through your mind. Child, I'm not trying to do that. The first thing I think about is when I was in corporate, the last job I had, how I was treated, how I was looked at. And baby, guess what? I'm getting up off my butt and I'm finna come in here to my office, open up my computer, and I'm finna advertise something that's gonna keep me from over there where all the hurt is. No, ma'am, I'm not going back. And I haven't went back. When I left there, I didn't even look back. I got in my car and I headed straight and I asked Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit to go first. And I ain't had no job in 20 years, don't want one because of my experiences. Now, let me just say this. I'm just only sharing my experience with it, okay? Nothing wrong with having a job. We have to all pay our bills, okay? And we have to do it. I happen to work for a long time in corporate before I made up my mind it was time to go. So it's nothing wrong with having a job. Everybody is different. So I don't want to make you feel bad because you have a job. This is what happened in my life. And I never really wanted a job because I saw my father work for himself. Okay. I saw him work for himself and I always wanted to do that. So I had that instilled in me at a very young age. And now I know why he worked for himself. Okay. All right, now let's number 6 was stay accountable to people in your life. So you got to get an accountability buddy. Yes, I do live in Houston, Texas, a reigning woman. Yes, I do. All right, number 7. Focus more on the how to and the less on the what ifs. Oh, listen. Focus mostly, okay, hey, puzzle pieces. Focus more on the how-tos and focus less on the what ifs. If your thoughts start spinning as you are thinking about taking action taking action then in your mind, please shout the word stop. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in the negative spiral. What if? What if this? What if that? What if this happens? Sure, it is smart to think maybe you act in many cases, but overthinking things tends to become a way to try to control you, try to control things that you can't control. Simply stay away from it'll make you stay away from action because you are scared in some way. Overthinking can make you not get into action to make your dreams come true. Overthinking can make you give up 5 minutes before the miracle. It is nothing most of the time but fear. You have to realize when you have to go fishing underneath that overthinking. You have to go underneath it and see what is the real reason you are overthinking. See, I learned all of this in therapy. I learned how to think healthy, how to go fishing, how to make sure that I am doing the right thing for Geo. And to make sure that when I come on my platform, I'm telling you the right things to do. Okay? After you have said stop to that train of thought, open up your mind to what you can do. If your mind is telling you, what if this, just holler out, stop! And then immediately start thinking, now what can I do? And then you go do that. Ask yourself these questions. What is one small step I can take today to move forward toward my goals or out of this situation? What is the one thing I can learn from this situation? Write down the answers you come up with and take action on them. Good morning. Looks like Mama and Bugs. Trish the Natural. Hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. You know, you have to know what, don't be thinking about the what ifs. If you do, you just say stop, and then you start thinking, what can I do? Learn from situations that you make mistakes in. Don't think about, I shoulda, woulda, coulda done this. No, look at that situation. See the part you played in it to make it happen. And then you say, oh, I won't be doing that again. Because if you never learn from your mistakes, you're going to keep making them. That's what I learned, guys. I was messed up child. I'm trying to tell you. I wasn't always the Geo that you see today. I was so hurt behind my mom's death, anger, just mad, pissed off, that kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying? And because of the way that it happened, it was like a movie, And I'm so glad that God broke me down and sent my butt to therapy. Trust me, it broke right at work, in the front of everybody. Okay? But today I thank him for that. I could not stop crying for hours. They just let me sit there and cry. Then after that, they told me I couldn't come back to work unless I got a therapist. And then I wanted to say, well, I need the money I have. Don't worry. Let me tell you how good God is. Don't worry about it, because we're going to pay you for that. And you don't even have to worry about using your sick time. See, when God comes in your life and he breaks you down, these are the miracles that happen in your life. This is why I said I would tell people how I made it. And I made it because God broke me down in the front of all them people. Corporate now, I was the only dark one in there. Okay? And then they broke them down too. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Holy Spirit. What can I say? I'm just telling y'all what happened in my life. This is my story. That it don't change, because if you've been knowing me since 2019, that's all I've been talking about. Okay? Like I said, this channel may not be for everybody, but it is for somebody. And that is how come I have YouTube channels. Okay, I have Boss Life Online. I got Team Build with Geo. I have Friends with Super Channels, and I have Geo's Vlogs. Different strokes for different folks. But the reason that I love to talk about it more on this channel, Boss Life Online, is because without God breaking me down in the corporate world in the front of all them people, sending me to therapy, giving me a way out dysfunctional thinking, and doing it better, I would not have my business. I could not have walked away from that job. Okay, I'd have still been miserable. That's why I love to talk about it on this channel, because that's how I got into working for myself, by going and thinking about things healthier and knowing how to stop dreaming when dreaming is just not enough. I know I gotta get into action, y'all. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I am so grateful for that breakdown. Okay? People don't care much about what you do, so don't let that hold you back either. You and I are probably not the main character in other people's lives. No, we're not. This can be a bit disappointing, but it is something that can also set you free from yourself. Okay? For me, I do what I want to do. Okay? And I need to just clarify that by saying that If I'm going to make a decision, what I have learned to do is think about what that decision looks like and how it's going to affect my family, my immediate family. How is it going to affect my daughter? How is it going to affect Philip when I was married? How is it going to affect my sisters? If this decision would affect them, I have to think it through, and maybe turn that decision a little bit around and say, well, maybe I could do it this way. I didn't know how to do that back then. I really didn't. I care about my family. I care about the decisions that I make. When I made that decision to quit my job and not look back, trust me, I thought about my family. I thought about what if I would have to borrow money from them? They ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? But my mentors told me, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to stay on that job 5 more years, and you're going to have to save $10,000. I'm like, what? That's how I responded, just like that. What? And she said, yes, and you need to do it in 5 years. Let's sit down, and we're going to make a plan. Okay? There are some people that do care about you. But most people, they don't care about what you do. They just worrying about what they want to do. Don't let people get in your head and stop you from your dreams. That's all I'm going to say on that. You have to be really, really careful also about who you share your dreams with. Okay? Because most people don't want you to make it. Really. Okay, so people don't care that much about what you do, so don't let that hold you back. And I believe my last one is tap into enthusiasm. Okay? Hey, the mother and daughter, thank you so much for coming. When you dream, and when you get started with something new in your life, then the enthusiasm flows like a fountain. A few weeks later, it may have decreased quite a bit. Don't let that lead you to quitting if you think this is something that you want to continue. Tap into enthusiasm in your surroundings instead. Let the enthusiasm of your accountability buddy flow over you and create a flow back to him. Okay, let's see. Hey, Marlene, and Be Amazing. Hey, guys, thank you so much for coming. So when you don't feel like you enthused enough to do a live, make a video, work on your home business, advertise your home business, you need to be trying to call your buddy, your accountability buddy, and say, I don't know what's up with me, but today I just don't feel like doing a darn thing. I woke up like this, what happened, whatever. If your buddy knows you very well, the next thing they're going to ask you is this question: what is going on? What's going on in your life that is holding you back? Another thing that you could do to motivate yourself is to listen to podcasts and audio books by inspiring people. I love to listen to Les Brown. I really love listening to him. For some reason, Les gets me going. He is my guy. Okay. You can read blogs, you can read websites and take courses that help you to get a dose of motivation every week. And then you can get motivation from your friends. Like go live on YouTube and just say whatever it is. But I don't like to talk about a lot of stuff that's real deep here on YouTube, because there's so many crazy people on YouTube that get your stuff and act like it is the most terrible thing on here. So be careful about what you share. A lot of stuff on YouTube. Okay. But sometimes, like even today, I'm on here talking to you guys about when dreaming is not enough. That was because the other day, life threw me 3 or 4 curves. Okay, so I had to get off my butt and go take care of it with my sister. And now that I'm almost at the end of it, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Now I can get back to my dream. Okay, now I can get back to what I do best. I can go live like I want. I can attend people's stuff. But before that, I was getting a bit discouraged. Like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to do this. But sometimes when it's family, you just gotta stop for a minute and you gotta help your family, but you keep your dream real close. Okay, you can bring the enthusiasm to the rest of the world into your life. Okay, so then it's a good thing to come on YouTube and sometimes just talk about a subject. And while you talking to the people in the audience, just like today, I have brought enthusiasm back into my life by telling you guys that when dreaming is not enough, you get off your butt and you get into action, even if it's a small thing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply what we know. Being willing is not enough. We must do. Don't wait. The time will never just be right. Get started now. What you waiting for? The time is just not right. Well, when is the time going to be right for your dreams? Get started now. Okay, I believe that perhaps the most important and often ignored is this: simply get started. I am Gio. I'm a precious child of God, a mother, a grandmother, and a friend to many. This channel may not be for everyone, but it is for somebody. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I am going to go to the chat and see what you guys have to say. But before I do that, I want to tell everybody that the reason I have not worked for corporate in 20 years, the reason I don't have no job, ain't nothing wrong with it now, y'all, okay, is because I never wanted one in my whole life. I always wanted to work for myself because that is what my dad instilled in us to do. Okay? And without what I've been through in my life, I would not have what I have today. Okay? Without God breaking me down in the front of all of them corporate folks, I would not have what I have today. And then they told me I had to go see a therapist and I couldn't come back to work until I got one. Thank you, Jesus, Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for that breakdown, because what it gave me is what I always wanted, and that was to work for myself. That is what Boss Life Online is all about: affiliate programming. Working for myself, my home business, being my own boss. And that brings me to my affiliate class that I want to teach somebody how to do what I do. You don't have to quit your job. Let me say that right off. You don't have to quit your job. You can do it part-time. You can do it on the weekends. You can do it after you come home. But if you want to take my class, it is pinned to the top of the chat. And a video on Friday, this coming Friday, is coming out about that class. Okay, make sure you attend that premiere. It's going to show you some things. It's going to tell you what we're going to be talking about. Stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, housewife, anybody that's retired that want to make some extra money that go along with that Social Security check. Come on, guys. We can do this right from home. You ain't even got to get up and wash your face. You get up and you go straight to the computer, because that's what I do some days. I be like, I get up with this. Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up this morning. What you say? Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Run right to the computer, set that up, go do it, and make some money. Then I go wash my face and do whatever else I got to do. Okay? That's what it takes. And I would not have any of this If my God, you hear me, Sylvia, had not have broken me down and put me back together, I would not be on this platform encouraging you guys to do the same thing. And nobody, you don't have to quit your job. You can do it part time, because I did it part time and I stayed on my job for 5 more years. And let me tell you something, I would not have had no $10,000 if I would have not had my mentor, guiding me and seeing what I'm spending and putting. Girl, it was something, but I made it. And when I left that job, I wasn't afraid. Guess why? Because I had a bank account. I had a savings account for the first time in my life. I wasn't afraid that tomorrow when I woke up, I wasn't going to have it, because I prepared for it. You see, I prepared for it, and that's what I want to help you guys do. Get in the class. I only have 8 seats, and I'm going to be doing this class every 2 months or so, or every 3 months or so. And like I said, check it out if you want to get in it. It's a fee to it. It's not like an arm and a leg fee. Learn how to promote, learn how to be an affiliate marketer, where to promote, everything, what to promote, is what I want to teach. So that is all I came to tell you today is, when dreaming is not enough, and it is not enough just to sit in that bed and dream. You have to get up and you have to take action. All right. So now I want to thank everybody that came in. Marlene, thank you so much. Yes, you do have to be excited about your life. Don't be scared to jump into your best life. That's true. Thank you so much, Realists and Puzzle Pieces, for being here. Sylvia, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, girl. I love you so much. Puzzle Pieces, thank you for all that you share on Marlene's channel, because I be soaking it in. Thank you so much. Miss Yo-Yo, thank you for coming. Thank you for just being here. And I hope that God blesses everybody, Candice, Hair Candy, and more, who came into this chat. May he shine his love throughout your lives. I want to say that I love you girls so much. The mother and daughter duo, I really do. Trish the Natural, I love you so much. I'm trying to go through the chat because I have a premiere coming up on Boss Life Online in just a few minutes. But Raining Woman, thank you so much for being here too. And with that said, I am going to get out of here. Y'all come on over to Boss Life Online's premiere, happening at in the next couple of minutes here, actually 4 minutes. So I need to get up out of here. But anyway, guys, I want to get off with my theme song. I made it. And so can you.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you?